wat. De scheepjaard moest de zit. Zag in de scheepjaard zit dus echt de wet dus die want jury de scheep zus overal sneeuw aan het doen. Er was zo brak niks zit drie. Dus het was. Dus zo is dat in de scheep dus mag grow out. Boy, nghe direct nghe good neck is the end nghe direct. Drie, de woorden lieten is niet echt, dus niet zo wat because out about the same business. Waar wat zit wat je measure zijn, je locht, de locht die ja zit dat was dus hoofd nou wat en nu is het waar nou doen, je redt niet zo dit that one you check on it's it.
I'm very sorry, man. We wanted to play some more, but the cat said, you know, if we keep rushing to, I know, man. But how can you see that right here? You know, I wish I could, fuck it. You know, I wish I could, man. But damn, we'll just do that again.
You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time, we call it the Holy Master Blaster Jamming. I am your brother, the Rastafari, Aital Ainai. September 9, 2003, astronomers using NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory have found for the first time sound waves from a supermassive black hole. The note is the deepest ever detected from any object in the universe. The tremendous amount of energy carried by these sound waves may solve a long-standing problem in astrophysics. The black hole resides in the Perseus cluster of galaxies located 250 million light years from Earth. In 2002, astronomers obtained a deep Chandra observation that shows ripples in the gas filling the cluster. These ripples are evidence for sound waves that have traveled hundreds of thousands of light years away from the cluster's central black hole. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time, we call it the Holy Master Blaster Jamming. In the year 2003, there was a ripple, as we have heard, coming from the black hole, and inaudible sound current. This was the sound of Om, the sound of God. We live in what we call a supercomputer. What is this supercomputer? It is it that dwells within me as me. It is it that dwells within you as you. A study of my work, we will see that we call God is the supercomputer, the brain, and we beings on the material plane, on the visible plane, is computer programs. We all are different programs, but our programming is from the same supercomputer. When life first began, it came out of the black holes. The Anunnaki, the first beings, like trees emanating or coming to fruition from a program called The Seed. This seed is the tree. This seed is the energy of life. As above, so below, and on and on and on. A study of my work for the last 36 years will note that I have brought to the public the science of inspiration. The wave from the black holes have hit the earth. It is changing the DNA of the earth, the DNA of the people, and we are coming to be who and what we're supposed to be and to do what we're supposed to do. My work is to cause out that we do it that we are dictated to do by the supercomputer. They say, the theologians, the scientists, when I say scientists, I mean the mystics, say worship God in spirit, the invisible force, or the inaudible sound current, which if you listen closely, you will hear the natural mystic in the air. It is audible to the ones who attune themselves to it. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time, it's called the Holy Master Blaster Jammer. So we know that we are in the time of the script. The allegory, the metaphor, and the similes tell us that we are in the time of the script where Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by the atomic blast. We see the hundreds and hundreds of volcanoes currently here, 3/7/2017. Over 135 volcanoes around the world are erupting. Hurricanes, storms, floods in diverse places. Since the year 2012, same-sex marriages, Pizzagate. We are in the Sodom and Gomorrah state, so we are at a state of urgency. The earth is big, huge, large. The universe is huge, large. It took thousands of light years for the wave to get to us. We are bathing in that cosmic energy now. Some good, some bad. It's according to the state of our minds. We tell you that it is time to come forward, join as children in Jah. And when you're moving in the positive, your destination is the brightest star. There are contrary programs being programmed by the same people that sat at the table of the Nicene Council. Before the Nicene Council, there was no Bible. So you may wonder about the gods, thinking because you have been tricked that they are responsible for us being in slavery. No, the people that call themselves Illuminati now, the same people that were connected to the Council of Nicaea, got the information from the Great Pyramids and from the Sumerian text and placed it into this one text. And them even not knowing that the wave is one from the black hole, one vibration. Truth could not be erased. And to let us know who is in control, the Anunnaki on the Giza Plateau said there will come a time like this, and we would wonder who built the pyramids, and there would be controversy. The opposing force would have this illusionary controversy of who built the pyramids. Were they aliens? Were they reptoids? And were they greys and all that? So they said we would put the face of Enki, Ptah, on the Sphinx body, and his eyes would gaze into the place of the celestial chariots. So we know that black people built the great monuments, scattered them throughout the boundless universe and the boundless earth. The earth is the Lord's, the fullness thereof. So why do you think they shot his nose off? Because they didn't want us to know. So these are the people that tricked us, said that they brought us from Africa. Some of us did, a handful did, but many of us were still here. We were all over the place. We are the ones who came up out of the black hole. Like the tree that's in the seed, by the energy, it is all one. So what we see happening now through the magicians of Pharaoh, the black people, the black disagreeables, the magicians of Pharaoh, who are following the dictates of the likes of George Soros, the Black Lives Matter, the so-called Black Power movement, is at least 57 years behind, according to the software, according to the current programming. So we must look at it as a computer to understand exactly what is taking place now. Why do you think we have the computer, the internet, the World Wide Web? That we make contact with each other in time, that we know what's going down. So I can remember before the 80s, when I first started this mission over 36 years ago, we had to go to Kinko's, some copy place, to run off copies of the information that we would pass out. So the information was getting to the public slowly. We would have meetings on the corners, at bookstores, etc., etc. So Hidden Color is a perfect example of the COINTELPRO program. Tariq Nasheed, perfect example of COINTELPRO, indirectly or directly, because it exposed how we gathered and got and broadcast our esoteric information. The people that he brought forth was the people that we used to go see at the bookstores, at the community centers. So it exposed the way that we did things. Let me take you back a little further. In Atlanta, Georgia, we had what was called WACP, We Are Creative People, started by a brother called Elder Hassan Rahim. And he had a vision that one day we wouldn't be able to communicate with each other. So he started a tape network, and his vision was to record all things on a tape and distribute these cassette tapes. But then as time went on, cassette tapes were obsolete, and then we came into disc. So then after that, the internet came about. So, but the vision was still there. Now he has WACP TV, so he became a part of the new technology that his brother was thinking. So now that we are at the end of the information age, now we are into the telepathic, which is actually the beginning. So we're talking about sound waves, sound vibration. Everything was created by sound vibration. Thus we have the Master Blaster jamming. We hear all the rhetoric about, we had this thing a few weeks ago called the debate of the decade in Washington, D.C. at the press building, National Press Club, and by Malik Shabazz and Dr. Cornel West. It wasn't the debate of the decade, it was mere rhetoric. We have gone beyond that. They are 57 years behind. If you look at the Black Panthers in their rhetoric, the original Black Panthers, and you look at Sarah Seti, it's a mirror image. You see the people marching in the streets, the Black Lives Matter, it's a mirror image of Martin Luther King era. So George Soros and the government, the 21st century COINTELPRO, have infiltrated. It's the same thing. So we're 57 years behind. So this, the Master Blaster jamming, we ask you to order the book, the Holy Book of Wonder, that you know exactly where we at, and we have only a short time to get there. September 23rd of this year is a pivotal point in this evolution, in this revolution. Revelations 12 will be a pivotal reality with the appearance of Virgo in the sky, giving birth to Jupiter. It is synonymous with our nation's capital, synonymous with the destiny of the nation's capital, and the destiny which was coded into the movement Nation of Islam. The Rastafari movement is to carry us on to the mothership, or carry us on beyond the natural disasters which are imminent. If you would stop and close your eyes and think and look around you in the darkness, you will see that Babylon is falling right now. So when I speak the way I speak, don't think I'm out of tune, because you are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time, it is called the Master Blaster Jamming. So inspiration, the musicians are inspired by the plasma or the ether or that wave that's there, that's called God, that binds all things from atom to stars. This is the information of the gods. And if you study my work, you will see that in the music of the 7 major prophets and some minor prophets gave us the direction in which we were to go into our safety and our freedom. And it is written in a place for us to see when the children of Israel, the light, cried out in unison, the gods remembered the covenant. And the covenant was, when it comes a time like this, when the poles are shifting and everything is helter-skelter, if we join together as one and cry out, which is the Master Blaster Jamming, a concert in harmony, in the essence of the word concert, symphony, that they would come and save us. And it is cryptic in the music and in the poetry. And this is the black man's Kabbalistic wisdom in the wilderness of North America. You are now into on the one, the force itself at this time.